How it feel to be a dad, how it feel to be a man. You provide by any means, and we sticking to the plan. Yeah, I do this for my seed. Come and listen, come and see. Remember, it was just me. Now it's all about we. Lead by example. This for my child. I swear that I got you for life. Went from the court to talking about buckets. Now we talking Pampers and wipes. I really love this though. Look at you and get inspired. You the fuel to my fire. Come here, let me change your diaper. Diaper dash.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Boog. Welcome back to the one and only Diaper Dash podcast. Got my co-host with me, GQ. What's up, brother?
Good, baby? What's good? What's good, man? We in there.
We here, we comfortable, we cozy. I know we not, like you said, we're not in the flesh, but I mean, hey, we getting the job done though at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. We both in the building, man. We're here to give y'all fathers, perspective on things, and hopefully you guys are entertained today.
Yeah, definitely. Today we really don't have no topic set forth for you guys, but there's just a lot of things going on in the world. I think we definitely should touch on. I don't know if you guys have been tuned into the news or not, but there's a specific group out of Louisiana, and GQ can go into further detail with it. They're called Daddies on Duty. And
Dad's on duty.
I'm sorry, I just think daddy. I got little ones. Dad's on duty. My apologies. Shout out to those that group of gentlemen for what they do. And essentially, in a nutshell, they basically go to high schools to patrol them.
Yeah. There was one high school in Louisiana that had 23 arrests in 3 days. So basically what they did, man, is take the time that they had throughout the day, 23 of them, and just, not 23 of them, but, a group of them just go to the high school and basically, just monitor the high schools, you know what I mean? Because, I think every high school probably got like one officer, Right. But sometimes nowadays, these kids is reckless off the chains, man.
These little boys, these little youngins. I thought we was rough. They went with whatever.
They're on another level, but they go there, basically just monitor the schools, man, make sure that these young men are just, trying to give them guidance. You know what I mean? Not really trying to be their fathers, but, just trying to give them guidance, man, because sometimes all it takes is one individual to be like, hey, don't do that, or go back to class, or, basically just nudge you up a little bit. So shout out to those guys out in Louisiana for doing what they got to do, being flexible, especially in the time that we're in, the pandemic, and just trying to make these young men better, man. Seriously.
Yeah, and what's crazy? Now that I sit here and think about it, like, I think that is the most effective way. I don't even want to use the word patrolling, but I guess I could say like monitoring, in school. Because, high school, there's so much going on. And in the climate that we live in now, police aren't the most respected people in the world. So it's only but so much they can do. I honestly believe that what this group of gentlemen are doing is going to be more effective than any police officer they put in that situation, that environment. Because like you said, some kids don't have a father at home. They don't have that structure. And a word that you mentioned, I think we need to hone in on is when you say guidance. I think guidance is going to override any type of physical force, any type of malicious structure. You got to do this. Hey, get to class. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these kids don't know. They don't know what the real world is like. You know what I mean? We all had mentors, I'm sure, growing up. At least, I did. I don't know about you. Did you?
Yeah. When I was in high school, I think one of the best things that happened to me is I was in a mentor program. And then that person that was mentoring me ended up being like a real life mentor, ended up being a coach for me, just in a real father figure, man, seriously. And it really helped me, molded me to be who I am now, not just as a man, but just as a black young man, and just really just guided me throughout life, man. It was the best thing that could happen to me at the time. Not saying I was reckless or wild, but, just being young, thinking I know it all. When you're 16, 15, you think you know it all, this, that, and the third. But he really just helped me, you know what I mean? Not even trying to sun me, but just, hey, man, just telling me little things here and there. Me just picking on to it and this, just taking it and just, being better.
Yeah, I mean, I could think back on my days. My bougie ass. I went to prep school for high school to play ball, but before that, I was in public school. And I was in a public school system, and I was in a couple of mentorship programs, but there's one specific. It's different when you have a specific mentor versus being a part of a mentee, a part of a bigger group, because then you get you feel that attention, you feel the affection of, you know what I mean, of your mentor.
Yeah.
But shout out to the legendary Jason McCoy. I'll never forget. Jason McCoy, for those who don't know, was he knew all of us in the basketball world because we grew up with his son Justin. Not only that, to those who follow Shooting Nero, his father. I've known Devin since I was in second grade when I first moved up to Maryland. But I just remember little things like he was always checking on us, make sure we was good. When we did get in trouble, he still punished us for doing the things that we did, but he also gave us a life lesson too. You know what I mean? It was never no harsh intent behind it.
He beat y'all with a belt.
No. But some principals is like when they get the badass kids, they don't really be caring half the time. But he actually cared. I remember he used to open up Cradle Rock before school started. So we would have to get there like, I want to say like 6 o'clock, 6:15, somewhere around there. We would go and work out before school. So then now we started to like really feel what it's like to be like a high school athlete, what it's like to be a student athlete at that. You know what I mean? I think that is what we're missing. That's the biggest part of it that we're missing is that, once again, the guidance. These kids need guidance, no matter if it's from somebody in their family, from somebody, you know what I mean, that's their close friend, or like these guys, dads on duty.
Yeah.
I mean, just showing up and doing anything and giving back to the youth. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Nah, it really is, man. All it takes is one individual to actually, go out there, put one foot forward and just try to help these young kids. But one thing I noticed too is, man, kids they're just different. I feel like all the kids, they play video games, man. Like, I know video games was a thing growing up at all levels, all generations. But nowadays, I feel like the kids, I was just telling someone at the gym, man, there's only like one kid in the neighborhood that comes outside. He's on a bike. He's always on a bike by himself in the neighborhood, just riding around. But other than that, no kids come outside, man. They don't play, no nothing, no football, basketball, nothing dribbling in the neighborhood. Like they just stuck. It's social media, computer, TV. They stuck, man. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, nah. And Ashley is like hell bent because on like giving the kids like iPads and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because her niece, she has her brother has 3 children. And when they come up, they be doing the same exact thing. I don't even see Andrew's the oldest. He's just being based playing video games. Aiden's running around on his phone playing games on his Nintendo Switch. Allie will play. She now with the baby. I got when she's around the twins, he's always with them and playing. But I'm sure she probably does the same thing at home too. I don't know. I've never been down there to see them in their environment. But
so is that a parent issue? What kid issue? You let me know.
I don't know.
It's both, man. It is. It's both, because I think parents do it because it's just an easy distraction for them. It's like, yo, get them kind of out the way to do what they're doing. I ain't got to worry about them. But then again, it's like the kids get so lost in it because, some of this stuff becomes addicted. But, parents got to be disciplined, man. You know what I mean? You got to be disciplined.
And don't get it twisted. Ashley's nieces and nephews, they do play outside. When you get them outside is when they'll play outside. It's the craziest thing. Like growing up, I remember us like it was like, yo, when the moms used to say, yo, when the street light come on, you'll ask you to be in the crib. Or when I remember being on punishment one time, and my mom used to do some ratchet. She used to do some wild shit to me to get like the punishment. I remember she told me one time I couldn't go outside. Yo, she opened up the door. We had a screen door, and she dropped it was a glass. She dropped the glass down. There was a screen there, and she was like, "Don't close my door." And I just stood there and watched all my friends play outside. Like they used to play right in front of my street. I was so tight. Like I used to just enjoy being outside. Just till
she had that discipline on you, boy.
Yo,
like she had that discipline on you.
Oh, yo, Ramona used to do, and her like punishments used to be like on some like, it'd be like a subtle jab, but it'd be the most like impactful one. I remember one time I was on punishment for like half a school year, bro. I just was fucking up at school. It was middle school. It was fucking up in middle school, just acting out, doing whatever. Bro, she took my TV out of my room. And this is back when Comcast and them big, stupid, thick ass like cable boxes.
Yeah, the big joint with the red number on it.
Oh, mine was green.
Okay.
And the only reason why I know is because what I'm about to tell you next. And if y'all remember, if you unplug it from the TV, the time on the front of the box would blink.
Yeah.
That's you. Bro, she took the whole TV out of my room, left the box there, bro, and all you see in the night is just green blinking in my room, bro. I used to be so upset, bro. She did that shit for like a half a school year. I'd never forget that. But you know what I mean? Like that's what we enjoy doing. This new wave, and it's kind of like twofold because like you don't want your kids to be too far behind like the curve with technology, right? You don't want them to be out of the loop. But it's like, when is it too early? When is it too late? It all comes down to what you feel.
Yeah, I think it's all about parenting, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, the kid's gonna do what you allow them to do. Like that's basically the end of the story. You know what I mean? Like no kid is just gonna start acting reckless unless you let them act reckless. That's just the truth behind it. You know what I mean? And some parents are just too soft. Some people are too disciplined. You know, it could go either ways. But at the end of the day, yo, you parents, yo, you got the upper hand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Parents gonna be parents and kids gonna be kids. That's how it go. We in this position where we can actually say that now, you know what I mean? And now you really understand it, how, you know, people used to say, yo, children stay in children's place. You stay in a child's place, yo. You know what I mean? Yeah. You stay right there. You ain't grown. You know what I mean? I tell you what to do. I pay the bills in here. So now you really get to understand it. But I think, you know, parents, man, I think sometimes parents be too, you know, soft on the kids, man. Like, just think about it, yo. Like, you can't tell me no way in the world that these kids are just addicted to these games and they don't go outside and their parents got no involvement with that. They got to. You know what I mean?
Like Ashley's brother, like he would like if shit is getting out of hand, he'll dead everything, and he just kick him out the crib and say, "Yo, just go outside. Do whatever you do, just go outside."
Yeah, like I'm like, damn, so man.
Cool, man. I think I don't know. It's because I be feeling like I don't know how I feel like as a man, it's different because I feel like it's different from like women and like the fathers because it goes back to that nurturing, and mothers tend to have a softer side for their child because of, you know what I mean, everything they go through. But like when I'm walking around here, like, yo, these two kids be telling me no. Oh man, I'll be ready to lose my mind. I told my mom that this morning. I was like, listen, if I get one more no out of a kid in this house, everybody get kicked out. I sounded mad old when I said that.
But they're young though. They don't even understand. They don't really understand the whole like dynamic of like no to a parent.
Yeah, they don't understand the consequences behind it, but it's just the fact that they're doing it. So I was like, yeah, they keep telling me no. But she was like, that's a good thing because that means that they're comprehending and they're telling me what they like and what they don't like. And I was like, you're kind of right, but I want to be on this type of time.
Yeah, they definitely understand it. They get an understanding of what's going on in life. You know what I mean? And it's gonna take time for them to, gradually understand like, no is a bad thing, or like something I don't like, or you know what I mean? It's the same thing like if someone offers them candy, if they say no now, it's like, dang, that was great. You understood what was going on. You don't take candy from strangers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like those are little stuff like that. When they start to comprehend and understand those things, it's like, okay, you getting to understand them. But yeah, Nova be saying no all the time, man. I just laugh it off sometimes. But I think when she looks at me, she knows. You know what I mean? I got that look. I got that voice in my tone, and I got that tone in my voice. Yeah. I can set that down. I can shut that shit down early. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even on Jasmine ass, they know that tone, boy. I ain't playing around. Like, no. Nah.
Yeah.
That's popping off.
Recently, I don't know what it is about having boys, but both been trying to test me. I'm the wrong one to test. You're not gonna test me, but always so much. Because he think he could do everything. But I got this new thing with him, and everyone used to use me as a threat. Like, not as a threat, but they would like use my name like to make him scared. I guess that's like a threat. I used to hate it because I'm like, yo, he'll never come to me now. You keep telling him I'm gonna get his ass when I keep acting up around y'all. He's not gonna come to me, man.
Why you think that though, yo?
Cause I'll be laying the law down around here.
I know, but like, yo, the thing about it is, yo, just think about like how many times niggas is like, yo, I'm gonna tell your mom on you. Like, all right, like, we know, okay, I'm gonna straighten up, but that don't mean that niggas is gonna be like, nah, I don't want to be around my mom. So why you think like that though?
I just feel I don't know, because I just look at it as a sense that at the age that they're at, that their brains are so molded. You know what I mean? Like they're still like a sponge at this age, right? They'll be 2.5 coming up soon. Like their minds are forming, so they're starting to have their own opinions. So like, you know what I mean? And and also it's a personal feeling to me. You know what I mean? Like I know that I don't want to be the authoritarian around here, like the only one that's just getting mad and angry and all that shit, and there's only one that can discipline everybody. But I'm trying to draw that. I want to be able to draw that line where it's like I can be your best friend, but at the end of the day, I'm still your parent. You know what I mean? Like I'm all for the games and the laughter, because at the end of the day, I'm a goofball. I like to laugh. I like to geek around. But if I need you to straighten up, you're gonna straighten up. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm starting that too early. Some people think I am, but I don't know. I just don't like the feeling like I'm the warden around here. Like my name's just like the one that's like you better fear him. So recently, like I said, he's been testing me like crazy, like trying to like bite me and all that. I'm like, bro, listen, you only got but like one or two. Bro, he tried to give me one good time, bro. We almost got into it with a 2-year-old. It was crazy. But
let me ask you this: like, give us some type of vocal or some visual. Like, what are you saying to Bo when he bites you?
Oh, it goes when he bites me.
Yeah.
Oh, when he bites me, it's whatever comes to mind, bro. It'll be we're working on his, and he also has he's working on his emotions. Because he wasn't, your speech is tied to your emotions, whether you know it or not. Like being able to sit down and tell somebody, hey, I'm mad, right? Like I don't like this. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm happy, I'm surprised, you know what I mean? You're able to say that, you're able to communicate that. My son hasn't been able to, he's just started talking like clear words for the most part. And he's 2 years old. Like there's kids that have been like learning like color, like learning word, like besides mom and dad, but they've been learning like little words and it comes out clear. He just has a speech. He's speechless by a little bit. So the way
that's why he does the therapy, correct?
Therapy. So the way he would show his emotions is he'll throw something.
Off of actions.
Off of action. So everything's off of action. So when he bites you, it's not because he's just a malicious motherfucker. He just bites you because that's just him showing his anger and frustration. It's crazy. People are gonna look at me like I'm wild. It's the truth. Your feelings and your speeches all tied together. So we're trying to break that now because he started to talk. He's able to like give us looks, and like this look right here that I got. Yo, I'm gonna put a picture to this. I'm gonna show y'all a picture. When I say Bo, do the angry face, he'll hit you with one of these. And it's identical to me. It's the craziest thing. But he knows to like show that he has that facial expression now. He knows how to say I'm mad, So we're trying to wean him off of that. But like I can give him a look. Like there's a look I got. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like to other people, but in my mind, it's just the death stare. And he'll just, what he does is he'll cover his eyes like this. Oh, it's a funny shit.
Darth Vader joint.
Oh, yo, listen. So one night this week, we were giving them baths, and they, for some reason, don't let me get them dressed. I don't know what the problem is, but they just don't do it. So half the time, I like pawn them off to Ashley. Ashley deal with it, but Ashley get mad at me. So I'm like I gotta get somebody dressed. Needless to say, this one night I had Bo. I was I yelled at him. I was like, "Bro, stop! I'm trying to get you dressed." Bro, he closed his eyes like this and tried to be invisible. Right? He sat there for like 2 minutes. I get him lotioned up, put his pull-up on, and then he hit me with the one eye open like this to see if I was still looking at him. I was still like giving him that death stare. Closed his eyes like this, covered his face, bro. I wanted to laugh so hard, bro. I couldn't. But yeah, it's just those certain looks that I got. Like it's easier for a dad to punish a child. It's interesting. Not to go on like this rant, but both speech therapists are saying it's easier for a child to be more afraid of their father than their mother due to the bass in our voice, right? When women scream, their voices go higher. When we yell, our voices go down, or they drop. So the bass comes out, so they feel it more.
Yeah.
That's why some kids, they're not fazed when their mom's screaming at them. But when dad says something, it's like, all right, chill the fuck out.
That tone, man. That's what I said, boy. I had that tone, man. Everybody sit down. Everybody sit down.
Bro,
now.
You don't sit your ass, bro. I got all the, and I've been practicing these looks for like years. Like, how many kids don't learn how to talk to my teeth and all that shit? All that shit's coming to fruition now. I got the good. Boy, if you don't sit your ass down, you don't sit.
Hey, I'll be playing, I play like non-curse words, music around them.
Huh? What? It's my fault. It's my fault. I'll be playing. It depends on the song. Like if it gets wild, like if it's like a bunch of fuck yous, fuck this, that, then I'll change it. But like we bought in this house. These babies been dancing the Tootsie Slide.
Ain't no cursing in that though. Ain't no cursing.
Okay, ain't no cursing in that. But they was listening to I got them hip to this was back when, remember when Whoa by Lil Baby came out? That was like a big one for them. What that came out like they were born after that song was out, or like they were
Baby. Whoa.
Yeah. None of you guys can fly as me, Whoa. Matter of fact, that song. You've heard it before.
Yeah.
So I sent them over. So now they like at this point in time they knew like YouTube. So like if they turn on YouTube, it's either Laugh Now Cry Later. Put them on that. Put them on Tootsie Slide, and then Whoa. So at the grandparents' house, they want to listen to that. So I walk in the crib, and Ashley's brother Adam with the 3 kids. He walked in. He was like, "Yeah, the song they were playing for your kids has some a couple of obscenities in it. We just had to turn it off." I was like, "I'm sorry, my bad." Their grandmother's like, "This is what they just come over listening to." Yeah. So funny. But I am watching my mouth now. I am doing that. Like,
I be listening to words with cuss words in it all the time. Sometimes if it's too much, I got a thing now. Like when I'm in the car, I just put the radio on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just put the radio on. Like usually I have my Bluetooth hooked up, but if I got Nova in the car, I'm just like, fuck it, let me put the radio on.
Like I'll play like
the radio won't have any cuss words. You know what I mean? So just put the radio on. But my cussing in the house, nah, I ain't never. I don't think I never Cause like I don't even speak like that around the house. Now when I get out the house, yeah, I'd be, tearing it up, this, that, and the third. But
I got
I don't even think I've said nigger around.
No, I haven't. No, I don't. I've never said it around them.
Or a cuss. Now I might say maybe when I'm talking to maybe my buddy on the phone, I'm like, man, y'all niggas is crazy, this, that, and the third. But cussing when me and Jazz was around, nah.
Bro,
I don't think I've never cussed.
You never hit like a kid spills something, like if Nova Rose spills something, or like she falls and you go, oh shit. You ever like do that? You ever like out of reaction?
Nah, because I don't do that in general when I'm at work.
Okay. So
like,
this is where I need to find my line. And you know me, I cuss like a fucking sailor. One day we were doing something and Cassidy's like, for those who don't know, Cassidy's in like full on sentences now. Like, I want this, I want cheese sticks, I want watermelon. Like, she's got the whole shebang going.
Exactly.
We were doing something at the island in the kitchen, at the bar table in the kitchen. And I said, oh shit. It just like fell out of my mouth. It wasn't even like I was like trying to say it. Like I didn't mean to. I just said it. And then like 2 seconds later, all I hear is shit. I was like, oh,
they're like parrots.
Bro, it's the craziest thing. I felt all I could do was I think I videotaped it, but I was just laughing so hard. Same, I said bullshit around her once. She was like, "That's bullshit. That's bullshit." I was like, God, Cass, don't say that.
They pick up on everything. Like Nova out here. Nova's something else, man. She's something else out here, man. Like seriously, she be saying anything. Like, "Come on, daddy, let's go upstairs. Gotta go now. Go outside." And she would listen to the YouTube joint that like they got this song like Nova. First you're supposed to say the kid's name. So like it'd be like Lawrence, yes, da. And she'd be like substituting her name in there, like Nova. She'd be like, come on, Dada, come on. That should be too funny, man. I'd just be like really looking like, dang, yo, this kid out here really talking out here, man.
Oh, like, it's scary, isn't it? And I don't know about for you, but like for me, for Cassidy, it happened overnight, bro. Like she
really?
And she just was like saying, I was just like, yo, you really like you're a human for real now. Like you talk. The only thing you don't do by yourself is use the bathroom, and you just learn how to do that. But like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Like I try, and one thing about me too is I try to give Nova a lot of independence, right? And Jazz is always like, yo, but they only kids. Like, she's here, yo. Like, we got like a little table for her. She sits at the table. Like, and I'm thankful for our daycare because they're the ones that actually like is telling us like, yo, listen, you want them to stop doing this, you gotta start letting go. Because I remember one time, like me picking up Nova, bringing her to daycare. She was like, oh, listen, y'all gotta cut that out. Now it's just like normal. Or like sitting in the high chair, we stopped that probably back in the summertime. She sits at the table now, and she also sits. We got like our own little chair. She sits there, right. Drinks out of a whole cup now. You know what I mean? And I try to do those things when Jasmine's not around. Jasmine's just trying to babe her so much. I'm like, yo, she could do it because when I go pick her up or when I go drop her off from daycare, our daycare lady will be like, yeah, she be drinking out of a cup now. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me see. First couple of times it was tested out with water. Then she got water all over her shirt or something like that. I'm like, all right, cool. And eventually I just slowly just put this amount. And now just let her roll out. You feel me?
Yeah, we're doing that now.
Sitting at the table was a devil though, because she was messing up all the seats.
That's why, so yeah, back to the seat things. You're right. So my two knuckleheads, when we would have them in high chairs for some odd reason to get our attention when they were younger, was like they would like viciously slam their heads to the back of it. So we got tired of it. So we got rid of the high chairs. So we put their ass in booster seats at the table. So now we eat it at the table.
Yeah.
One time, Bo went to do it. That motherfucker clocked his head, and there's like a corner on the chair. I looked at, I was like, I bet you will never do that again. But yeah, we got him in that. We got those cups. They're like regular cups, but they have a lid to them, and there's like a circle on.
Probably the same. It's all the same, man.
We got them in. We got them full time using those now.
All of that, everything y'all use or we use, like it's all recyclable. Everyone's done that shit. Like we got those cups, the sippy cups, other cups, this cup,
shot glass cups like this,
shot glass cups, all that shit. I'm just like, yo, listen, when you around me, this is how we rock out. All right, you drink out of a full cup. Like I got a water bottle. I be letting her drink out of that. Like, yo, listen, just go tap that. Go tap that water bottle real quick, man. Go ahead. She be opening it, closing it. I'm like, go ahead. Be careful.
Yeah, you gotta give them. It is weird because like now at that age where it's like something that could be like something that could benefit them, like that you think could benefit them, can hurt them. So in the sense that like it can also become a habit. So like if you do something like more than like 2 or 3 times, it turns into a habit, and you got to break the habit. Just like with spoiling your kids. Like I love, but I went through this phase of just like buying toys left and right.
I remember you saying you was buying toys every week.
I was just buying shit just to buy shit. I just thought that was what I just felt like spoiling my kids. But then I had to realize that like, yeah, spoiling them's awesome, but it's a sensory overload for Bo. So if he has too much in the room, he loses his mind. So he had to die. I haven't bought a toy in God knows how long. But we actually had to clean the house out. You know what I mean? Like those things, those spoiling, picking them up when they fall and little things like that.
Ain't doing none of that shit, man. You good. Get up. Come on, man.
I know that. Yeah, I know. I'd sit there because they're going to react. When they fall, they look at me and I just be like, all right, cool. Get up. You'll be fine. But if it's like something real, if it's like a real crazy fall, I'll give you a little hug and then I'll send you on your way. Or what I do is, if they were to fall, I would make them walk to something like the furthest thing I could find in the room, and then by then they'll forget about it.
Yeah. One thing I try to do is I don't want Nova to be afraid of dogs and like insects, because I'm not a fan of dogs. I'm not a fan of insects. Like I don't like none of that shit. And one thing I don't like is like Jasmine's afraid of insects, but she always goes off of the reaction that you're going to do in the house, right? So if Jasmine jumps, she's going to be scared. I'll be telling Jasmine, I'm like, yo, just chill out, yo, because she going to start getting scared just off of a fly. She'd be like, yo, flies in the house, daddy. Like one thing I tell her, I just be like, yo, just like kick it, get out of here, get out. That's it. Like she see me kick, she be like, get out of here, get out of here. You know what I mean? Or like the dog, like I'm not a fan of any dog. Like I do like the little dogs, but the big dogs, I don't really fuck with that. But I try to make Nova like, like look at the dog, like sorry, like touch the dog. It's too funny. We got outside yesterday. We got outside yesterday to go for our walk. Yo, this big ass canine was out there, and I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. When me and Nova jumped off the stoop, we saw the dog, and the dog owner even said shit. You feel me? Because she already know, like, she was like shit, and she kind of helped dog, tight and kind of like straighten him away a little on a curve. But shit, man, big dogs like that, bro, they get loose or Nova try to run, rip that motherfucker. You know what I mean? They'll rip her neck off. So because like I'm telling you, bro, we jumped right off the stoop. Like we got a thing now. She jumped right. We turned the corner. Dog on her like shit. Said the same. Like I'm thinking the same thing in my head too. Like damn, that's a big ass dog. That's the biggest dog I seen in the neighborhood. And I kid you not, bro. The neighborhood is filled. I don't know about your neighborhood. This neighborhood is filled with dogs, bro. Filled with dogs. Like, nigga, I'm talking about every single dog you could think about. I had made a post. I was like, yo, looking at my screen like, yo, these are the only two bitches that don't like me in the neighborhood. Flip the cameras, two dogs walking. You feel me? Like, yo, like dog is filled. I'm like, yo, one lady, she got 3 dogs. I asked Chance, I'm like, fuck y'all doing with 3 dogs? Someone, really explain to me. What y'all doing with 3 dogs in a house?
They like kids.
Who does that? They don't even have kids though. This is the thing.
They kids.
Huh?
Those are their kids. Those 3 dogs.
Oh, yeah. Those are their kids. Like, yeah, you're right. I thought you was gonna say they had kids. Cause I'm like, yo, Nova, the youngest on the block. Like everybody, you seeing her like, yo, damn, yo, we watching her grow right in front of our eyes. Yo, I'm like, yeah, yo. Nova, you a young and rookie out here, shorty. Like they see you when you was a bird, when you was a sperm, shorty. They see you rocking and rolling. But yeah,
these two, Ashley's afraid of bugs. Like if Ashley's within a arm's reach length of a bee, just step the fuck out the way.
I don't blame her, bro. I do not like.
Okay. Well, then both of y'all the same. But grown ass woman running from a bee, I'm like, bro, they don't want to sting you. They just want to they chilling.
Hold on, Chris. You say that, right? And it's funny because, we watched the Bee movie so much because, like, when Nova was, like younger, maybe like a year ago, she was really into Netflix and movies, and I'd be telling Jazz, I'm like, you ain't hear the Bee movie? Like, if they sting you, they're gonna die. They don't want to waste. They don't want to waste their sting on you, yo.
Don't worry about you. Yeah, exactly. So, but that's another story. Ashley, her bees, like, I asked Ashley on that one. But Ashley's brother has a 100-pound Doberman, purebred.
And I don't even know what that is. I know it's a dog.
Snoop Dogg, you know the dogs Snoop Dogg used to use on his album covers back in the day.
Oh, the skinny joints.
Yeah, but if he stands on his hind legs, bro, he's about my height, big as shit, tall, about the size of the refrigerator. It's crazy. But he's like a military. He actually sent him to a trainer who trains like military dogs. So like Jax don't even walk on a leash. Like Jax knows to stay like on you. Yeah, he one of them.
Nigga be moving his shoulders and shit.
Goofy motherfucker. Inside the house, he goofy as shit. But outside, he like
nigga be like
he'll sit there. He'll get to look at you like that's my home. Jax only likes 2 people outside of Ryan, Ashley's older brother. That's Ashley's dad and then me. We're like the only 2 people like on his pecking order. And then Ashley's dad is in that mix too. But like he'll let Jax out. Jax will roam the whole front yard. Don't leave the front yard. Like it's the craziest shit. I've never seen a dog just train in my life.
I believe it, man. I believe it. They actually the lady on like 2 doors down from they got one dog that's kind of trained. It's a big, I don't know what that shit is. That shit got like marble colors in that shit. You know, like the marble on it's something, yo. Like
not calico. They're called what's the dog term for it? I think it's calico. No, it's not calico. It's something. I can't think. I have to think of it.
I don't know what it is, but all I know is every other person that has a dog, they be like, I know they be thinking in their head when they see that dog, like, why is that nigga so aggressive? Like all he be doing is barking. He be like, he got that strong bark, like, oh. They say she be holding him like, yo, chill. And all the other people be like, why is this nigga so reckless? Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, there's only one dude that walks a dog. Everybody else are women. Women walking a dog. I'm like, why y'all got so many dogs? That shit crazy, man.
It's funny as hell. But yeah, dog, it comes down to like I said, they only afraid of what you afraid of.
Exactly. So you gotta really show them, man, like, yo, you're not, like you said, things have become a habit, you know what I mean? They become character traits so that they're gonna always do. Like even now, like I'm glad she's not afraid of the dog, man, because like I just want her to just be around it. And shout out to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. They actually just had a baby 2 months ago. And I think one of the best things they did, even though I'm not a fan of dogs, they bought a puppy. You know what I mean? And
grow with the child.
exactly. And they always say like the first thing you do is before you get home, what you do is you have someone take the sock of the baby and give it to the dog, right? Like just let him smell it. So when the baby comes in the house, he's already, he already knows that scent. He knows the scent. Yeah. He's familiar with it. And to be honest, man, like, even though I don't love dogs, I love watching these videos and I love just seeing like these babies just like on the dog, like hugging the dog, and the dog just melts. Like they know not to bite the baby. They know not to do crazy. Yeah. But on another note, I knew this girl from college. She had twins, and one of the twins got bit up by a dog, He got like his half face when he was like not even maybe 9 months old, like 6 months old. The dog tore one of the twins' face up. Like, and I wouldn't say it was really bad, but it left him to the point where I think he might have was blind on one eye. And I remember, she kept on only taking pictures with one twin, right? One twin. And I knew something was up because I was like, listen, parents don't do shit like that. Either the twin is dead or something crazy's happened. She just kept on taking pictures with one twin. And at one post, she posted about the other twin. Because I was like, I knew something was wrong because, people always going to take pictures with their twins. They're not going to take pictures with just one baby. Like, they always going to take pictures with the twins, Always.
Anytime we're at anywhere, we could be walking to the fucking car and we got to get a picture, and we always get a picture of them two together. If we do individual shots, everyone gets their own. It's pictures having twins is a blessing, but trying to capture every fucking moment of these two kids, like,
they're not side by side. They're not side by side. So, one might be running away, the other one might be over here. It's like,
bro, they be doing all types of shit, bro. I'll have one crying, one laughing, one looking this way, one looking that way. One running and the other one just sitting there looking like, what the hell's going on? It's just, oh my God. Yeah, they be out of there, bro. I hate, like, I get it. I understand pictures and, you know what I mean? Like having like memories of milestones and shit like that. I'm all for it. But bro, when it comes to like taking like Christmas photos, oh my God, bro. Everyone's sweating. Me and Ashley sweating. You can't get no one to sit still. Somebody's crying because they don't want to do it. Oh, God.
Year by year to get better, man. Last year was a struggle. This year, hopefully it's better because that's
a lie. Because we just took summer photos and it was the same thing.
They wasn't too yet though, was they?
It was just about to.
Nah, they're gonna be better, They're gonna be better.
As they get older, they're starting to depend on each other more, and yeah, it'll get better as they get older. But oh my God, that is like picking. Cassidy, sit down. Bo, sit down. Stay right there. Look at me. Daddy making a funny face. No one laughing. It is just be so. It's hilarious. That's crazy though. Oh my God. So, what was her reasoning behind the like? I'm sure you found out. What was her reason behind just taking pictures with the one twin?
The other kid got bit.
I know he got bit, but was he like hospitalized or something like that? He was.
He was hospitalized. Yeah, he had surgery and all of that. Damn. So she wasn't just gonna not take pictures of the other son while her other son was in the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, still got to live the moment with one of the kids. You know what I mean? So I think that's what she was doing. But she had made a post that was just like, hey, I know a lot of people probably wondering what's going on with, the other boy's name. And she was like, this is what happened. He got bit by one of the neighbor's dog and it was very severe. But I think he's doing good now. I think the only bad thing is his eyesight was messed up. He wears glasses now. So I think he's like 3 years old wearing glasses. Not a good look, buddy.
The homie a traumatic.
Gotta joke on the kids a little bit. Man. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yo, what's up?
Ain't that the fun? Yo, ain't that that's the funnest part of parenthood, bro. I be making fun of my kids so much. People look at me like I'm crazy. Like I don't like my kids. I love my kids to death, but I'll be cracking, bro. I'll be cracking up on them all the time. I'll be making jokes about them. They don't understand, but I do.
Yeah, I be teasing Nova. Yeah, I always been like a teaser.
Always teasing them. And I always tease them. And I'm probably wrong for doing this, but if they don't like Bo hates being teased. Like he don't. I just keep teasing him. I don't know. I just be on some like big bro shit. I don't know why I do it. People probably think I'm rude for it. Whatever. Don't really care. They don't live in my house. Anyway, wrestling with them and shit like that. That's just so fun. That's the best part about
it. Boy, you can do that, man. I just be throwing over in the air, man.
It's different with a girl. It's different. Cass, I do the same.
I think I'm too aggressive though. You know, I definitely think I'm too aggressive with Nova. But I think the good thing about it is I see that being in her. You know what I mean? I see that. I see it. I can see it. You know what I mean? I already see it, like me, the way I handle her, and just like I can see that rubbing off on her, kind of being a little bit aggressive too. You know what I mean?
And that's what. And you know what? You're not wrong for doing that. And I'm gonna applaud you for one, recognizing it, and two, applaud you for instilling that in your daughter, because ain't nothing's never gonna come easy for her in life, especially as a woman, especially being a successful, independent woman. Like I know she's gonna be. Cassidy, same exact way. I'm so tough on her, and I can yell. It's funny. I can yell at Cassidy, and she'll all right, cool. But Bo, I yell at his ass, he'll fall the fuck out, have a whole melt fit. But I want her to be tough, and I want her to understand that, like, as a strong, independent, biracial woman in America, like it's not gonna be easy for you. So I want you to be, and she don't know no different. She's only
exactly.
But at the end of the day, when you see she's doing what you teach her, but when you see it translate to her, that's a great feeling.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's annihilating. You know what I mean? Like I just think about her in Loving Basketball. You know what I mean? She got that scar right here. Feel me? You know, she just, hurt, she a girl, but 10 years later, she All-American. You know what I mean? Not saying Nova's gonna be All-American or whatever she be, but I just see it like I manifest everything that I do in life. You know what I mean? Everything that I have said or I have visioned, it has literally happened. Like literally, I'm not even bullshitting you. Like everything, I manifest everything, and I can see that kind of like, I can't necessarily see the faces. I can't really see Nova's face because it's kind of like a dream. Like I don't know if, the listeners or you ever noticed that like sometimes when you have dreams, you can't really see some people's faces. It's kind of like, it's like a blur. You know what I mean? So I can't really see her face or how she's going to look when she get older, but I could see her being, getting, a little bit tough, you know what I mean? Getting that toughness from her, that Jamaican in her, that brown in her. I'm blessed. Like now now it's funny because the past couple of days I've been just talking to myself like, yo, I know why God gave me a girl. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the exact reason, but shit, all the walks we take, all the time we spend together, the time she jumps on my back or tells me she got this thing now where it kind of, I love it. It's like, I love you, Nova. She's like, I love you, Daddy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, like little stuff like that, man. Like, I don't know if I could become that affectionate to a boy. And I think one of the reasons why God gave me a girl is because Jasmine's not that affectionate, but I'm that affectionate, but Nova kind of gives me that affectionate. You know what I mean? So I kind of look at it that way, like, yo, is that maybe it? Like, yo, like, she gonna hug me, she gonna kiss me, like unconditionally, right? Because we talked about that. Like, if Jasmine's upset at me or if I say something, it's kind of like, okay, like, I'm not really feeling Shane, or okay, I'm not really feeling Jasmine. But like, no matter what, I'd say something Nova, a teaser, and all right, Nova, it's time to go to bed. Like, okay, Daddy, night, Daddy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's that unconditional, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it, man, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I look at, especially with my situation with having a daughter, I think that was like a blessing. I mean, I've always said from the beginning, I told y'all this before, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy. But I always said I wanted twins and I wanted a boy and a girl. Always said that. I said shit for the longest time. And now that I got it, and I understand why I got it. One, I think is because I am mentally tough to be in this position. But two, it kind of gives me that even keel. Like I don't get too high on the aggression. I don't get too low on it. I don't get too high on my emotion. I don't get too low on my emotion. I kind of just like float in the middle because I'm dealing with two different people. Even though they're twins, they're two separate people at the end of the day. So like when it comes to Bo, he gets my aggressive side because I want him to be, you know what I mean? I want him to be that fearless man that I know he is. He's like the one thing I get a kid, if I don't get anything else in this world, he is the most persistent, fearless kid. Now, when shit goes south, then we got a problem because then that's when he'll lose his mind. He'll start like throwing, like he'll have a meltdown. But when shit's going good, he's gonna be there. So we're working on that part.
Yeah.
Cassie, it's just I got so many strong women in my life. My mom she was a leader of 15 to 20 men in the military at the Pentagon, and of all places. You know, you met my sister. My sister's she's doing her thing when we did the podcast. You kind of get a sense for her. So, and I look at Ashley, and so I look at these women, and I'm just like, this is where you need to go. And she knows, Cassidy knows, whether she knows it or not, but she knows that it's not coming from an ill place because at the end of the day, she still smiles and she still wants me to cuddle with her and count numbers, and she likes doing like actual activities and stuff. So still do all that. It's crazy. We just started teaching her, well, both of them, but she's picked it up first. Teaching them our names. Like, what's daddy's real name? And she'll say Warrens. What's mommy's real name? She'll say Ashley. Like she like knows because you know what I mean. You want your kids to know like if they were to get lost, like who your parents. You want them to say things like that. Like it's like that shit. When they hit milestones like that is when I start like melting. I'll be like, damn, like yo, this is crazy. Like all the work and the time and energy I'm putting into y'all is really coming to fruition.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach her boy and girl, and like.
Oh, like the difference?
Yeah. Like you're a girl, I'm a boy. Like that's you know, I was telling her that. I don't think it was yesterday morning. I think it might have been Tuesday morning. But shit, if she could get that by before she turned 3, all right, man, we got something rolling because she could get anything else. Like she knows my car, she knows Jasmine's car. Like she just know that shit. Like she know Jasmine pull up. Oh, that's it. That mommy here. We walk past my car. I'm like, this is a Rosa car. I'm like, which one's daddy car? She be like, that one.
Oh, believe it or not, like it's like we do it out of all like jokes and fun and like for our kids, but that's like important information they need to know. And the fact that they're getting it at an early age is like really, really good. You know what I mean? She nails down that boy girl like Cassidy. She's got the boy girl thing now, but now she's even like she can like look at like if I'm folding laundry and I'm folding everybody's clothes, she can like point and be like, that's dad's, that's mommy's, that's Bo's, that's mine. Like she can identify all type. It's crazy. Like when
you definitely right. And I never knew how important it was. Shout out to my homegirl Crystal. She listened to the podcast, but she actually taught me about like all these things to look for at a young age, right? Because she was telling me like, yo, you know, like if they're not hearing your voice, you know what I mean? Or they're not pointing at you, or they're not talking at a certain age, or they're not comprehending. Because I'm always like, I got the same thing as like my mom, like, yo, they kids, they get that shit when they get that shit, you know what I mean? But she like, nah, like they should be hitting certain things, like they should be talking at this age, they should be saying these type of sentences, they should be understanding, they should be doing this, they should be looking at you when they talk, they should be taking their shoes off, taking their socks off. So like all those things I probably would have took for granted, but you know, she taught me a lot, man. Just, you know, understanding and just And like, yo, those are little things that like, yo, like, no, they should be doing that. It's, you know, that's they right on track for it. And like you said, sometimes we take it for granted. And especially me and my family, like we just like, yo, listen, we'll fucking get it when he get it, man. He's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? That nigga, listen, man, he put his shoes on today, he won't put it on tomorrow. It's okay, man. Like things just keep rolling. Like
that's how we found out what like certain things to look out for. Like with Bo, that's how we found out he had a speech delay problem. He just wasn't saying much. He was making noises, but he wasn't really saying much. And like Cassidy was like picking up on, like, we really figured it out when Cassidy started saying mama, dada. And Cassidy's the youngest twin, for those who don't know. And she's usually like a month behind Bo and something. So like when Bo started walking, like 3 weeks after she started walking, you know what I mean? Like, so she's always been that. But once we saw that she was ahead of him in this, and he wasn't really grasping it, we was like, hold on, something's not right. And then we finally was like, listen, we went to their pediatrician, and was like, listen, this ain't right. And then thankfully they got this great program in the state of Massachusetts where it's a free program. And they come to your house, they come every week, depending on what the child's needs is.
Yeah.
But his speech therapist actually came in today, and he's made tremendous strides since January. Because when it comes to kids' speech delay, like it's kind of often sometimes paired with like autism, like it could be in some cases. But he's overly strong in every other category, like his motor skills, his physical ability, like knowing who's who, pointing, like all he has everything else. It's just his mouth is just not, just not getting it. So that's how we found out. And thankfully, we really like looked into it, and you know what I mean. My mother knows a guy that she works with who has twins, and one of his daughters is speech delayed, and she was always telling me about it. And she was like, "Yo, he might need it." And then when we finally got to their appointment, we asked about it, and it's been a wrap ever since. And he's been, like I said, now he's like, it's like night and day.
Yeah. The lady next to me with the big dog, her son, Claude, shout out to him. I finally got his name right after like a year. That boy funny. He had like a speech delay, but I'm motherfucking good now, boy.
That's what I'm saying. So it's better off.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
He's like, I think he's like 4 now, 5 now, but that motherfucker funny. He good now though. Like he just be normal ass kid, just running around talking and shit.
And that's the majority of the cases, is that like kids sometimes they end like there's a bunch of kids out there that probably had speech therapy that you never know because they're phenomenal speakers now. And I think that's the road this one's on. But some kids, they just don't get it, and it's still like us. They got to like reassess and do all that extra stuff. So
I know. I know the whole thing. Shout out to Crystal, man, once again for teaching me that, man. But yeah,
man, what a time, bro! It's been the weirdest, funnest, hardest. I can't even tell you time in my life. What is the pandemic, being a new parent, watching kids grow, enjoying like really seeing the milestones and the work, the sweat equity you put into it, watching them grow. Like it's
definitely been
a hell of a ride.
Definitely been a learning experience, man. Even just looking at Nova's face, I just be looking at her like, damn, like, because you know with Snapchat, man, like. They give you memories every year of the same day. Mm-hmm. And like I'm always taking pictures and videos like almost every week, like since Nova was there, you know, like when you wake up in the morning, you open it, it'll give you like a red dot. If it's a red dot, that means there's a previous story or memory that happened on the same date years ago or last year, and I just be looking, man. I just like, dang, man, like just looking at Nova. One of the things today was Nova had a cradle cap, and for kids, but for dads that don't know that, it's like at the top of the head where like it becomes a little bit hard, a little bit, or like, I don't know. It's like, it looks like a scab, or I don't know.
Dryness or something like that.
It's like dryness. Yeah. It's like dryness. And basically like some of the hair just not grow in or whatever. And I was just looking at it and I was like, just videoing her, and I'm just looking at her now. And I'm just like looking at her now, like, yo, like, you know. And I remember my cousin used to always say this. He'd be like, because we had another baby that was born, you know, babies are all different. Some babies have full head of hair. Some babies have no hair. Some babies have short hair, like all different. They used to be like, yo, Nova hair still ain't growing yet. And I was like, no, it just hasn't. But my mom and everyone always said it, like, yo, kids that don't have a lot of hair when they're born, they're going to have a full head of hair when they get older. Like it's gonna be crazy. And I always knew that because I'm hairy skinned. I got a lot of hair on my skin. And when I did have hair, I had very pretty hair. I don't know about Jasmine's side of the family, but just joking. But it's just funny now just to look at it and niggas be like, damn, yo, Nova got hella hair on her head, yo. Like, you know, just we got it corn rolled up now on the front, the back, braids, everything.
Done up. I know. It's funny. It's funny you say that because Cassidy was bald for like, she was bald for so long. Yo.
She's gonna have her hair about to be like down to Rapunzel, like Weezy would say, yo.
Yo, I used to make fun of her because she used to have a top down with the windows up. So she used to have the missing hair here, but she had all. I used to call her Frank and shit. Ashley used to get so mad at me. Like, oh, she's like she bagged groceries. Her name Frank. Like, I used to make fun of her so much, but now Ashley, she has full hair, like her nice tight curls. Yo, I gotta show you this shit right now. I'm gonna show you this shit right now on live.
No, and you know what the funny thing is too, man? Like I got another buddy that had a kid, and she's the same age, and her hair hasn't grown.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like it hasn't grown at all. Like it's kind of like, I don't know. It just hasn't grown.
Oh, it's coming. So look, so one night we was doing something. This is probably like a week ago. I'm gonna show you this picture right now. Ashley just had this bright idea to straighten like parts of Cassidy's hair. Bro, You gotta see look what the fuck came out of her.
That's her hair straightened?
Yes, bro. This shit was sticking out. Like, if you could see her face, look at her face. She's so upset right now. Bro, her shit was like this. Like just hanging. I was dying so hard. My hair is getting so long now. It's like almost in like.
Her hair is probably gonna be like your sister's, yo.
Probably.
Where it's like, cause I was dating a girl like, you know, I dated a lot of girls and my you know, my aunts and them. I learned a lot about hair. She might have that texture to where it's like it doesn't straighten very well, but it'll curl the hell up like real good. You know what I mean?
That shit wet. Yo, when her shit, I got another picture. Yo, I gave it a Joe Dirt one time after bath time. Where that shit at? Where is that? Hold on. Did I delete it? Nah, it's in the family group chat. Bro, I gave it a Joe Dirt. She had the curls up top and I combed everything down. Dog, I be doing whatever. Her hair is it's gonna be very. Here she go.
Oh.
Hit her with the Joe Dursky one time at the bath time, but she's gonna have those thick locks, like curls, like.
Yeah.
And Bo got like before we got Bo's haircut, he had the Anderson Varejao, like the curls that was just falling. That shit,
curls.
Yeah, I used to hate that shit.
Yeah, man, you got that mixture, man.
Man, I know. My kid. Hey, that's one thing I'm conceding in my damn kids. Them motherfuckers look good. Like they skin nice and soft. Like they just gonna be some well-rounded human beings. I can't wait. Like same with Nova Rose, bro. Nova Rose is a spitting image of you, bro. I don't know if you notice it, but I see it. She looks exact like
Yeah, I see some days, and then I also see I don't know if she's gonna transfer into looking like Jasmine, because we got some pictures around the house of Jasmine, like when she was younger and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think, she's spitting image of me and stuff like that. She's gonna look just like me for real, just probably with hair and stuff like that. So,
yo, did you ever like? I don't know about you, but like for me, like when I found out I was having a daughter, I was kind of like scared to like know what she looked like, because I always thought she would look like me, but as in a girl version. It used to freak me the fuck out. Like a week and a half, I was spooked. Like, yo, this is just my body. I don't even know how this is gonna turn out.
It's funny because I remember when they gave us the picture of her face, like on the sonogram. Yeah. She had huge lips and big nose. Like huge. I gotta find a picture. It was huge lips and big nose. And everybody was like, yep, that's Shane. That's Shane, yo. That's Shane, you know what I mean? But when she was born, she didn't have huge lips or huge nose. You know what I mean? Like even now, she doesn't have a huge lip or huge nose. But it was just funny because I remember when we saw that, everybody like Jasmine mom, funny as shit, man. Shout out to Miss Mickey. Funny. She was like, yeah, that's Shane. That Shane got that lip, got that nose, and I was just laughing. But when she was born, I'm thinking that. But when I look at it, she came out, like she didn't have like big nose or big lips or anything like that. But no, I don't think I was that. Shit, y'all. I'm confident. I'm pretty ass motherfucker, man, with hair, bald head, anything you give me, man. They come out looking like me, man. You blessed, baby. You heard?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was like spooked for like a week and a half, bro. I was like, yo,
for real?
What the fuck do I look like as a girl?
Did you ever have cornrows?
Who, me? Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Oh, remember when I was like 6'2", 280, fat boy with braids? Yeah.
Yeah. You did have braids. Yeah.
So I didn't know.
That's how they gonna look.
Hell
just slimmer, just a lot slimmer.
A lot slimmer, a lot shorter. Because she's, God forbid, she becomes 6'5" and be 200 pounds. She's a big ass, just brute, just ready to beat up everybody.
You think they're gonna be tall? I remember we were thinking that Nova was gonna be tall. Like we'd be looking at her and be like, I was always thinking, I'm like, yo, I think Nova gonna be tall, yo. And Jazz was like, I hope she isn't too tall.
I know Ash said the same thing about Cass. My mom has this weird manifestation she's put into the air. Last time she was here, she was saying that Cassie's gonna be taller. She's gonna be tall, and Bo's gonna be on the shorter end, so like on like the 6 foot, like 6'1". Doctor said he'll be.
No, can't have bigger sis bigger than me, man. Come on, sis. Yeah. You ain't need that height, yo. You could have gave that to me.
Exactly. I think he'll be about 6'2", 6'3". Okay. I think she'll be on the taller end. I think she'll be like 5'10". 5'5", no, not 5'10", probably like 5'7", 5'8", like around, like my sister's 5'7".
5'7", yeah, 5'7", 5'8". That's solid. That's solid.
That's solid right there. You know what I mean? She's not she's thick. Like she ain't small. Like she ain't frail. She's.
But you know one thing about the kids, they always grow. Yo, they'll grow out of that though, yo. Like kids will be like, thick, and they're just like they're like thin out once they start, you know. Because even
now.
Oh, she is, yeah. Because even with Nova, like we look at pictures, she had cheeks and all of that. But now that she's starting to like get tall and all this, she's starting to like grow out of it. You know what I mean? Get slimmer and all that.
She's growing out of. She got my legs, so she has like thick thighs, thick calves. She got a butt on her. Like she's like, I might have to carry one for both reasons. One, to keep the boys off of her, and two, just in case I gotta pop one of Bo's ass. Nah. But yeah, she's gonna be a looker. And I'm not even gonna sweat it. You know what I mean? It is what it's cool because she's gonna be able to handle her own. She's already gonna be. No one's gonna talk to her. No one's gonna fuck with her. But Bo
gotta be that big bro, yo.
Oh, first of all, he's not. First of all, he's.
Come on, yo. You keep down my man, yo. You must down my man, yo.
I'm not doubting him. But what I am gonna say is he's gonna be the ultimate light skinned dude, bro. The ultimate light skinned dude. Like like if you remove like what we're dealing with now as far as like him learning his aggression, throwing stuff, all that extra shit, he's like a sweetheart. Like he's like, I want to be funny guy. He's like one of those, he's like a bachelorette puddle types. He's one of them types. I hope we don't turn out to be like that. I won't let him to, but he's one of those, like he's very sweetheart. Like he's very wants to laugh, crack jokes, and
Charming.
Women sniff that shit out. They smell when there's blood in the water. So I don't teach him how to watch out for them. But he might have his sister that she ain't gonna be nobody to play with. I'm staring. I keep looking over here. I'm staring at pictures of them. We got a whole slew of pictures of them. It's crazy how fucking fast they grew. Shit, I remember every there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 9 pictures on this wall, and I remember I was there for every day. I remember. It's crazy. Well, now that we went back down memory lane, thank you guys for tuning in. Diaper Dads Podcast. We'll see you guys again. Till then.
Peace.